Hi guys, welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 18th of February 2021. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're just going to do a quick rundown of the usual suspects and then I'll do a very quick overview of the EURJPY at the end, as usual. So where we left off yesterday, we were discussing price down here on the Euro USD. This really nice drop, and I was saying for me now, it's pretty cut and shut. As a trader, I like to wait for confirmation. It's a big thing for me. You know, some traders like to anticipate entries. Personally, I don't. I'm very methodical and very precise about the way that I like to get into trades. Think about 10 traders. If you have 10 traders and they're all very good at reading price, they all have a very good general overview of where they believe price is going to go. You might get one that likes to just take the entry, say here. Another trader might like to take the entry up here as a short, where it is right now. Some traders, like myself, might like to see price above this line, which I've added here just to designate the high that I was discussing yesterday. Other traders might like to see this low taken out before they take a trade as a short, for example. Other traders might like to take an entry down here. So there's a lot of different variables. Yeah, me personally, I like to see confirmation, and I was saying I want to see this high taken and price to continue to show that it wants to come here. I don't want to guess. I can see where price is going. I can see the flow, and I have a very strong suspicion that price is going to come up here to raid this liquidity pool. But I could be wrong. So why not wait for confirmation, because the range above this high from here to here is still more than enough for me to take a trade anyway. Okay, so it's just a waiting game. Now, where price is currently, and we don't need to go any lower than the daily price. We've got 1 day left basically. I mean, today's pretty much finished, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. If it drives up a little bit more, stays within yesterday's range, and then next week we kind of just sort of drift lower and start to challenge these lows, then we have a good indication that it may want to eat into this large area of liquidity first before it dips into this one over here. If that happens, we'll see it. Obviously, we'll adjust. But if it goes above this and starts to grind higher towards this high, then obviously it's going for this, and then obviously we'll adjust for that. So we'll see where we're at. The pound USD right on cue, man. It's exactly what I wanted to see. This is the weekly chart, and I want to see that final acceleration. To be honest, I was looking for an opportunity to get into this as a long, but I'm more than happy to just fade this, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this week. I mean, obviously, it's getting late in the week now. I don't really want to be doing anything on Friday. I've mentioned this many times over the years, but on my main account trading, I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't like trading Monday or on Friday. I don't like trading Monday or Friday, or I don't trade Monday or Friday. So on this particular account, I've got no problem doing that, because these are study trades, educational trades, whatever. And for me, it would have to do something insanely spectacular, like just rip to the upside, sort of late New York, take a fade, take 20 pips, and then I'm done for the weekend. Do you see what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But so far, so good. Going into next week, I'd just like to see basically a run up, maybe Tuesday high, Wednesday high, then a reversal, and then just take that fade. And then we can take something the week after that, to challenge these highs up here. But again, we'll see. Pound Japanese yen, exactly what I wanted to see, man. Exactly what I wanted to see. I've been discussing this. I've been saying I want to see this acceleration. Next week, if we get the continuation that I'm hoping to see, then it will be perfect, because if the pound continues its strength and the Japanese yen continues its weakness, then this will really start to accelerate into these highs. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity above here. It's not just about this little high here. Well, I want to see that last final push. Now, this may slow down. If it slows down, there's nothing I can do with this. I have to see that final capitulation into this area up here. If that happens, it's just going to be the perfect trade for me. Okay, so I'm going to try, if it happens the way that I want it to, then I'll try and capture that live as a recording, so I can post that online. But so far so good, right on cue, and we will continue to monitor that one as it goes. Pound, Aussie dollar, little bit of a pop. What I would like to see now, to be honest, and I'll just make a note of this quickly. I'd like to see this low taken now. These lows here. Basically, I want to see price below this now, and I want to see it eat into this, and effectively just, I want to see price about here. Okay, and then I'm expecting these to be taken, and then obviously this larger liquidity pool down here to be traded to. But I want to see something happen on this now. But because of the strength of the pound and the strength of the Aussie dollar, which we can see here on the Aussie dollar Japanese yen, which we've got both currencies effectively strong. This is not going anywhere. Okay, and that's the reason why it's just pretty much sat here. So we'll just skip past that one for now. The USD Japanese yen, nah, not you know, nothing really much happening with this one, as we know. Again, it's just a question of waiting. Let's just zoom out one more just so we can see a bit more data, and we'll just carry on waiting. So when we see something, we'll know. USD CAD, I was sitting here at 4 o'clock. I had the recording going. I was sitting through the inventory numbers. Nothing happened. So it is what it is. We've got a pretty muted day today. If we just drop down to the hourly, you can see it, I mean, it's a mess. You know, the numbers dropped just there. Had a little bit of a nothingness, so to speak. Didn't really go anywhere. Very muted release. So we've had a pretty crap day, so to speak. The week's been okay-ish, but today was very muted. And because of the up and down that we've had this week, you know, with this bounce here, bit of release here, and then this indecision today, I still believe that we are going down to this larger area of liquidity below us. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll just jump over to the weekly so we can see this a bit clearer, like so, and I'll leave it like that. So we're going to continue to monitor this into, you know, going into next week, and we'll see how we fare with that one. But so far, so, you know, no trades this week because I am waiting for something very specific. Gold, again, 1750. It is, I will go on record and say I believe 1750 is going to be traded to, and I'm just waiting to pull the trigger on that purchase, as I said in yesterday's video. And then once it hits that, we'll see what the response is from there, and we'll kind of drop down to the lower time frames and just have a bit of a muse to see where gold's at and what could potentially be happening with gold going forward for the next sort of 6 months. We'll do a bit more in-depth analysis on this one. Silver, nothing. Again, down a little bit today, but nothing, you know, nothing so far. And then EURJPY, and as I said, it's going to be a very quick session today on the EURJPY, guys, in terms of lessons. You know, this is turning into more of a I wanted to try to do as many lessons as I can at the end of each video, but what I'm probably going to end up doing is, if you've noticed, I've done a separate series now, and I'm trying to separate everything. So what I'll probably do is we're going to have a main focus on EURJPY until I figure out how to best serve the YouTube channel, so I can have a complete rundown of the way that I want to teach people the stuff that I know, so they can just muse over that stuff, you know, in their free time. But also, I want to be able to show you guys in practice the stuff that I'm teaching as well, and that's where the EURJPY comes into play. So I'm going to continue to monitor this and talk about this at the end of each video, and then as I'm updating the other playlist, then you can apply what you're learning in that to the EURJPY. You'll see how it all kind of melds together. So with EURJPY, I was saying, with all the analysis that we've done up until this point, we've dropped down now to the hourly chart, and we're kind of discussing how the flows are working. And I was talking about and believe that we have this upper level up here that price may want to trade to. Okay, and we've had some strength on the euro, and we've had some weakness on the, you know, Japanese yen. So as price started to grind up and we had this small consolidation, it popped out. Another sort of broader range consolidation, it popped out again. Then we had this drop, and this is the key moment here where it consolidates ever so slight, then it drops pretty rapidly to the origin of the original move. Okay, so it drops all the way down, very quickly, right, to pick up the liquidity here, but then it becomes very muted and it just slowly starts to grind up today back into the area here. So what I'm going to do, we're going to slowly start to add as and when they form the areas of interest. Okay, so we'll pop that there now, and you can see we've got a complete rebalancing there. So all it means, price has just come back up, it's tapped into this liquidity pool here, okay, and it's rebalanced price here. All right, so one of two things in terms of expectations. Okay, we either see price fall off now, okay, and if it does, it's going to come back into the broader range consolidation, okay, which we've noted in previous sessions, and if that happens, then it will just pretty much go nowhere. Or we clear this level on the way back up, and if it does this and it maintains above this level, then we're going to continue going higher, and we can look for something for that upper level up here. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. As always, if you find these videos helpful, give them a thumbs up, and I will chat with you guys tomorrow in the next episode, and I look forward to speaking to you then. Take care.